When you act on the thoughts, you're taking a risk. If I was to, I actually went to a casino a couple times, maybe twice. Not a lot of times. I don't like losing money. The first time I went to a casino, it was in 29 Palms in Southern California. And when I went to the casino, first off, I wasn't going to even go to the casino because I don't like losing money. I'm not good at gambling. I'm not about to play something I'm not good at. I'd rather go buy some candy or some chips or something like that. And so my buddies, they played, I think it was called poker, where the game is like 21 or something like that. And they was like, come on, Hump, you gonna do good. My name is Terrell Humphrey. They was like, come on, Hump. Hump is short for Humphrey. It was like, man, come on, man, you gonna do good. You gonna play and do well. I'm like, man, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not about to play that. And then we looked online. Once we looked online, they had a couple of deals. If you sign up today, you get $20 bonus. If you become a membership today, if you become a member of this casino, you additional $10. I think it was $10 and the total came out to 20. So I'm like, cool. I don't have to put money into it. Fine by me. And so I signed up for the program, then I signed up for the casino, and I ended up getting $20. And we go to the table and I'm asking questions before I sit down to play because this is not my money. It's my money, but it didn't come from me, but it came from the casino, but it's not my money. And so as I'm watching the people learning how to play, they say, okay, now we're gonna play. I said, huh? I don't think I know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And so that was like, Hump, you gonna be good, man. You good, bro. And so I sit down in the chair. Mind you, I had $20. The first game we played, I lost it. I said, okay, I lost maybe $5. Okay, now I'm down to 15. The next game I played, I won $5. I said, okay. Now I'm back at $20. The next game I play, I'm like, okay, maybe I can win again. So I put $10 there. So when I placed the $10 there and they flipped the cards, they gave everyone their cards and they flipped everybody's cards over and mine got flipped over. I looked at it, I just lost $10. So now I'm down to $10. And so I was like, okay, maybe the game is getting closer. Maybe the game is getting a little bit difficult. Maybe the game is being cheated. Or I'm the one being cheated. Then I pass out the cards again. I put $5 there because I only got $10 left. I placed the bet at $5 and he flipped the cards over and he said, you won. Now I didn't know that there was a pattern that you had to recognize. There was a technique that you had to discover. There was a skill that you had to learn. I'm thinking I just won. Now mind you, when I won again, then played higher, I lost. But I didn't learn that lesson. I won 5, so I'm back at 10. And I got the feeling myself. I said, okay, I think I got it now. They passed out the cards and said, what's your bet? I had $10 left. I grabbed the coin, the little coin thing in the casino, and I placed it on $10. And I said, this is my bet. He passed out the cards, and once he passed out the cards, he flipped them over. When he got to me, he flipped it over. He said, good game, son. I said, oh, what you mean good game? I literally just got to playing. I only played 4 games. The game was over so quickly, I didn't know what to say. But I did get up because I wasn't going to get no extra money. And during that time, the lesson that it taught me is that when you are chasing your dreams, it's going to be a lot harder than you could ever imagine. You're going to have wins. You're going to have losses. You're going to have more wins. You're going to have even more losses. But until you figure out what you are doing, you have to continue to lose. You have to continue to win. And you have to continue to collect small wins because when you act on a thought, you're collecting small wins. You're not going to know everything until you figure out the action that you want to take today. You see, the result come from your dream, and your dream comes from the action. You start placing the work, placing the bet, taking risks for yourself. You start to understand that your dream can come true. The power of dreams demonstrate that you can become someone different. To become someone different, you have to be willing to take a risk for yourself. To become someone different, you have to be willing to act on a thought. To become someone different, you have to see in order to believe that you can become. Becoming is the most challenging thing there is because how do you know you're becoming the right person? How do you know you're doing the right skill? How do you know? Until you start, until you begin, until you take that first step, you will never know because your dream will remain in your head. The power of dreams demonstrate the importance of acting on your thoughts. Your dream can come true until you are willing to do the impossible. And the impossible is starting when you don't know anything. The impossible is starting when you don't have the skills. The impossible is finding a way to put yourself out there. You have to take risks for your dreams to come true, because when your dreams come true, it's based off the risk that you've taken for yourself. When your dreams start to collect, and you start building the small wins, and you start building the losses, and you turn the failed setbacks into successful knowledge, because failure is knowledge, your dreams becomes the focus, the work becomes the determination, and the effort becomes the action that you're putting behind your dream.